Where you brought me then, babe?
Gorleston.
Gorleston, yeah. And I had to look up because that's the pub on the pier.
And I just used the gents by mistake.
Yeah, you did, didn't you?
I was going to say, oh, I'm sorry, I thought I was in France.
Well, hello and welcome back to Poshcats Camping. It's April, and where have we been, you ask? Well, simple answer to that is nowhere. We've been at home, and we've been doing jobs for the family and looking after a few maintenance issues with the house. We've had some trees trimmed and we've had bathrooms decorated and just general tidying up, things that you don't do when you're touring. Now it's we're preparing for the new season, really. As you may recall, we got back from Spain on about the 5th of February. We're now, where are we? The 8th of April as I speak to you today. And little Smirf, apart from being moved on the drive a couple of times and the engine started, he's not been very far at all, down the road and back. I think about that's about all, just to make sure that his brakes were good and everything was fine, which we tend to do every 3 or 4 weeks. So there's cobwebs where you don't expect there to be cobwebs, and there's still a bit of French road dirt from when we came back through the rain. As I say, that was the beginning of February. So Sue's just given little Ethel a clean, and Ethel is sitting on the drive there. She's been more active. She's been taking us to and from the shops and various family trips and things like that. And poor old Smurf has sat here thinking, well, what about me? So I'm going to give him a nice clean. I've just used some PuriClean. I'll grab the pot. I've used it all up actually. There was about half a pot left of PuriClean, and if you don't know what that is, it's for cleaning tanks. And the freshwater tank mainly. We've been using this for years with caravans and motorhomes, and it's PuriClean. You can get the tab in tablet form. This is a powder, but it's all gone now. I've used it all. Quite good stuff. You add a couple of teaspoons for every 10 litres or so, and so it froths up a bit. But it smells a little bit chloriney, but it's meant to clean the tank. So you might see there's a little bit of foam on the floor down here where I've been putting it in with the watering can. So I measured it at sort of 10 litre 10 litre watering can, stuck it in the tank, and that will stay in there now until tomorrow morning. They say up to 12 hours, so I'll probably leave it in there or till later this evening. And that will just clean any little bugs, and concerned about Legionella and things like that in these tanks, aren't you? So I've drained everything down, and then now I've refilled everything, including the Truma water heater. So I've come in the van here now, and this is where the little drain off tap is. There's the water pump. Look, this is underneath the bench, and this here, the little yellow valve, if it's in a vertical position there, it's draining, and if it's flat and pointing either forward or backward, that is closed. So those pipes are now full of the PuriClean, and later on I shall flip that, drain the hot water tank, which is here under this back bench. I've got that fits in there, and here's the Truma boiler. So that's now full. There's about 10 litres of water in there, and that will be drained down later, like I said. And we've got the kitchen sink here, which I drained down from earlier. Drained everything down to start with, made sure it was all empty, then I filled it up with PuriClean. And this is the other sink here in the washroom. And you should really treat the shower hose as well to be very thorough. Around the other side of the van here now, and I don't know if you can see, there's quite a few streaky marks down the side where the rainwater's run off. We've had one of the wettest springs that I can remember here in East Anglia. We're one of the driest areas of England, and the little bit that sticks out on the east side of England. We normally get dry weather, and in 2022 we had one of the driest years. I think this year already we've had probably one of the wettest years. I don't know. I mean, they're all statistics, aren't they? But it really is a very wet start to the season, which is why really we haven't been out, because I'm not a great fan of mud or getting stuck in it. And with a van like this, we've got 4 meters between our wheels. It's a long wheelbase van. There's 4 meters between those wheels, and front wheel drive. And you can imagine you've only got to get a slip. We have got all season tyres, which helps. They're not the rugged, you know, the real brutal tyres. They're the all season, so they're built for grip. And they do the job. They're really good in the wet weather and so on. But I mean, once you get, even with a 4x4, once you get the mud all in the treads of the tyres, you're stuck. So we tend to avoid it if we can. But we are going out this weekend coming, and I've spoken to the site and they said it's not too bad there, so we should be all right. But there's someone on site if we do need assistance. So furthermore, another job to do is to give Smirf a good clean. I'm going to do that myself, and get my son to hold the step ladders, and I've got a telescopic ladder as well, and I'm going to get him to hold the ladders while I go up on the roof and go round all the bits and bobs on the roof, and I'll show you them shortly. And then wheels, of course, and we'll get him polished up, ready for tomorrow morning when we go to see the van centre down off the Sproughton Road in Ipswich. Just on the back of the van here, got my UK sticker, which is starting to peel and flake. It's only been on here a couple of years, but as you can see, there's starting to, the surface is all coming off, and so I'm going to get that off as best I can, and probably get a little bit of WD-40 to get the sticky stuff off before I clean the van. Don't like putting these stickers on, but they are mandatory for when you travel abroad, so have to get a new one. Yeah, and because I don't have LED lights, these little sticker things are going to come off as well, and they leave all this sticky stuff behind. Look, what a mess. But they're going to come off until we go to Europe later in the year. So I'll take them off now, get some WD-40 on them. There's one on each side, and I'll do that before I get the shampoo out. Well, about 4 hours later, went up on the roof, did all round the little skylights, solar panels and all that with a little paintbrush, got all the green out, and of course when you do that it'll run down the side of the vans, doesn't it? But anyway, he's looking better now, isn't he? Nice and shiny there, and I've finished. So I don't know what time it is now, 20 past 5. I've been on the van most of the day today, but pleased with it. Had to get that GB sticker off, that's gone now. I'll probably put another one down here somewhere on the back here, lower down. That was a bit of a job getting up there. So that's about it really. Tomorrow we're going down, or I'm going down to the Wolsey Van Centre, which is in Sproughton Road in Ipswich. We've used them before, and they are a VW dealership, the Van Centre. So should know what they're doing, shouldn't they? And we'll get Smirf a nice service. Won't need to clean it now. And I think the weather's good tomorrow, so that'll be fine. And Sheila's going to pick me up, so you never know, I might be able to pop into MkII, which is just down the road, and have a look, see what they got. I haven't been in there for months. Don't very often go in there, to be honest, but it's one of the national dealers, MkII, and they do, they're agents for Mobile Veta and a few of the other brands that you don't always see elsewhere. So we're going to have a little look, see what they've got. In the meantime, I think we're going to go and have me dinner. Hello and welcome back to Poshcats Camping. Just going to show you around the CL and then tell you what we got up to over the weekend. We've had 3 nights here and it was £24 a night for the CL. There's full electric hookup and there's also a toilet. It used to be camping and glamping, so there is another field where there were yurts, still a few things over there, but that's not operational anymore. But the CL itself is very nice indeed. It's very quiet. There's just been us and one other van here. We're sort of mid-April in 2024 and it's been very quiet. The road is far enough away that you don't hear cars really. The wind in the trees has been all we've heard, and the birds. So let's have a little look around. There isn't much to see. This is the field. There's an adjoining field which that I think they occasionally have tents on. The reception building is now mothballed, I think, because it's not a camping and glamping site anymore. It's just literally the CL. Well, we've been very lucky with the weather this week. We've had glorious blue skies, and as we look round the CL you'll see there are 5 pictures. There's 2 on the other side there which is shady in the mornings. The sun comes round in the afternoons, and then 3 on this side, all marked. Here's the mark for number 2. Number 1's just down here. The site has got a gentle slope on the field from left to right on the screen here, so you may need levelling blocks just on one side of your unit. We're walking over towards bins and the toilet. There's a little polite notice there to ask for large cardboard boxes and glass to be recycled off site, which is fair enough. They're only a small operation here. So let's have a quick look in the loo then. I call it the loo. So in the toilet we have the wash basin and the toilet and a mirror. And the showers next door are not operational at the moment. So here we are at the other end of the CL. The sun's in the way, but this is the reception block, and then looking down the field from this end, lovely thick grass, and Smirf's right down the bottom. This is the second field, and this is the nearest one to the entrance. Access onto the site is really good. Come off the main Beccles Road and up to just past Fritton Lake. We came that way, and then up the road to Belton, and then go right. It's only a few 100 yards just from the main road. What you got then?
Cherries and berries.
Cherries and berries,
With
cider.
strawberries.
Yeah, cider is it? Yeah, yeah.
Sunny side.
And I got Doombar. Rude not to. We're in the pub here, and there seems to be a little gathering of these horses and carts. I'm sure they're not called a cart, they're probably a trap, something like that. But, quite a few of them turning up. It's 4 now. Press the lever, press your boost. Yeah, that's quite firm. Quite sort of drag on the grass. Now we're just going to head off down this way. Now it is 40 years to almost to the day that we had our first caravanning trip, and that was at Cherry Tree Camping and Caravan site, which is now, I think, Haven. That was one of the big boys, either Haven or Bourne Leisure or one of the big boys. But they don't have touring vans there anymore. There are several campsites here, and I'll show you on the map where we are, but they're all quite expensive. He reckon I said it's 5 miles, isn't it? He said, oh no, it's only a couple of miles. I said, well, I looked on Google and that said 5 miles, so he said, let's go. Thank you. We'll go this way. Hello. Can we get to Gorleston Beach this way?
Pardon?
Gorleston Beach? The Gorleston Beach?
Yeah, keep going.
Keep going?
All
All right then, until we get our feet wet.
We just basically go over 1, 2, 3 roundabouts.
Lovely.
And keep going.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Well, if you hear a splash, that'll be us. All right, thank you. I think this is called New Road, and it is a new road. It's only been here about 10 years, and these houses on my left here have been recently built. Whole huge housing estate, extensive village of Bradwell right out here, almost adjoining Gorleston. But we're going to go across this roundabout. I think there's 3 roundabouts we've got to go across, so we'll see how we get on with this one. Yeah, I'll go in the car park. Let's see if we can cycle along. I don't know if they allow cycling along a prom. I'll have to have a look. Mind your head. Yeah, go along the top here. Try it, shall we? Oh, and there's no cycles. There's no cycling here. Yeah. Mr. Grumpy. Where you brought me then, babe?
Gorleston.
Gorleston, yeah. And I had to look up because that's the pub on the pier.
And I just used the gents by mistake.
Yeah, you did, didn't you?
I was going to say, oh, I'm sorry, I thought I was in France.
You can't take her anywhere, folks. You can't. We're right on the pier, on the promenade here at Gorleston.
And I haven't had alcohol either. It's only tea.
Yeah, I had a beer. That was
and I
lovely.
still don't got in a muddle.
We're just on the promenade here. I'll show you the beach, and then we're going to ride along here as far as we can. I think there's a slope up there we can go back up onto the road. There's public loos here and the theatre. Lots of parking for motorhomes, and it's free.
Yeah.
So
and sunshine.
yeah, it's nice. I'll just show you the beach.
And we saw a load of little King Charles. The 9, weren't there?
Cavalier King Charles, yeah.
We would ask if we could take their photo for Carol.
There's a little walking group, won't it?
Yeah.
I'll show you the beach, and then we'll get on the bikes and head back, shall we?
Yeah.
Right. So they've got this fencing up here, and it looks like it's a storm reduction because the sand is heaped up here now. It used to be quite a drop on this wall, but as you know from from the news. The Norfolk coast has coastal erosion in one bit, and the next bit, well, there's all this sand, look. So there's miles of beach here. It goes on way down there. It looks like the tide's fairly high again. But we're going to ride round along there and try and get up on the road up there somewhere, and then back to the campsite. Beautiful little spot, and this is not far from Great Yarmouth. It's about 4 or 5 miles from Great Yarmouth, which is a much busier resort, but we love Gorleston. Just along here there's a few cafes and a chippy, public toilets here, and the pub where we've just had a little bit of refreshment. There's amusements, and then further down there's where the parking is. So do give it a look if you're up here. It's a lovely place to walk and people watch. That was 6.2 miles. Looks like there's a restaurant there, Fudge. I do like Gorleston, Sue. Keep it nice, don't they? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There is 10, yeah. Plenty of people out with their dogs. Miles of sand here. Beautiful. Beautiful place. Yeah, we'll go up this one, shall we? Press the booster, yeah. They're called Trevor. Oh. Gotta come and see who it is now. Oh, there you are. You're right. I see your van when we come down.
And do you know what?
Yeah.
I was just going to respond and say we're down at Link's car park.
Ah,
how are you?
we just had a beer. That's all right.
Shoes on.
We're just on our way back. Yeah, nice to see you.
Yeah, I'm sure we're sitting in there. We've been here all day. And I'm sure I saw Sue go past.
Yeah, you would have done, because we pulled.
That's Sue.
We pulled into here and got honked at because we were sitting about in a disabled spot.
What were you in there? You're not in your van?
Yeah, no, on the bikes. We pulled up here because we come all the way down here. We're staying at what's it called? Swift. At Belton, yeah. Hello. Yeah. Well, we're out on our bikes again, and it's Saturday now. It's a bit of a breezy day today down by the river here, Sue. And we're at Burgh Castle, aren't we?
Yeah.
I always call it Burgh Castle, but it's,
Had a look at the church and that was locked.
yeah, we just saw the church. We're here at the castle walls. There's a Roman castle, really, it's a Roman building, and there are just walls left. But we'll show you some of the Roman walls and a little bit of the landscape here, and then we'll carry on the bikes, try and find the fishermen, shall we? It's blowing quite windy down here on the river. Just over the back is the River Waveney. So here we are, Burgh Castle. A lovely walk if you're fancying a 3 or 4 mile walk along the marshes here. We're inside the walls of the fort here, or the castle. A lot of history. And then behind us where Sue is here, you can see the Norfolk landscape and the River Waveney just down there, which is navigable and forms part of the Norfolk Broads. And there's a nice, way in the distance there's a nice example of a Norfolk windmill. Well, we made it down to the River Waveney, and we're watching 1 or 2 motor cruisers go past here. And there's some lads, well, and a little girl, crabbing down on the river. The afternoon sun's going down now. It's about 4 o'clock, and some more cruisers moored up further down river there. And we're at the pub. What's the pub called, Sue? The Fisherman's. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just trying to concentrate.
She's taking a picture of the boat. And they do ice creams out of that window there, look. Looks like this one's going to moor up. He's mooring up against the quayside here. Coming for his Sunday dinner, I reckon, don't you? But it's very clear, very open river here, lovely.
Cider today. Instead of tea.
Oh, you're on the cider today. What, you got? Fruit cider?
That's very nice. What did you
That's
say?
black fruit cider, that one, by Carlsberg.
Very
That was on tap. And I have to say, we're in Adam's territory, and this is a ghost ship. Yes, one of my favourites.